in the whole roster, no, I don't think so. It's probably some light heavyweight or heavyweight that's taller than I am.
Oh, it's that, I just remember the guy that, I can't think of his name, the Brazilian that's real tall.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
real tall. Yeah,
Very tall.
so
What, who?
Alex Pratt.
No, someone else. I can't think of his name. Anyways, doesn't matter. So can you just talk to me about how you're feeling in this fight week?
no, I feel great. Flew in on Monday. Spirits has been good. I've just been enjoying myself. I see being here every fight week is a privilege and nothing that I take for granted. And I've been doing the work. I've been training like crazy, putting down the work. So I'm looking forward to this Friday.
You're one of the very few champions from last season that have made it this far for, several reasons, some drug testing, some people didn't make the fights. Does that give you a little bit of confidence, or do you not pay attention to that kind of thing?
For me, to be honest, I focus on myself. It's so much things going on, and it's hard to keep up with everything. So I just focus on myself.
Brendan Loughnane was saying throughout most of the fights that he was the reigning champion, that he should still be considered champion, that you have to beat him. Do you feel that way?
If you listen to me before my last fight, I said that I'm not here defending anything because I don't have anything defensive in my mindset. I'm here for another one.
And give me your thoughts on your opponent this week.
He's tough. He's a very nice guy. When we speak, we actually we speak. We're like there's no hard feelings about each other. We just tell each other, let's go out and bring on a show. And he's one of these guys that are dangerous because he's tough and he likes to be in there and he enjoys it, right? So he embraces it. So that's not a type of fighter that's gonna lose to himself. You have to show him the way, and and that's the plan.
And there's been some rumors that the PFL may be buying Bellator. I'm curious what your thoughts on that, and if there's anybody in Bellator you'd like to fight.
Oh, so I've heard the rumors, and I'm not surprised. PFL is a very ambitious organization. Since day one, I've just seen them making power moves after power moves and growing and growing. And so, their whole welterweight division, maybe some of the middleweight are welcome to come over, and all of that. But like I said in the beginning, I'm focused on myself and the fight now, and not too worried about the Bellator fighters.
And my last question, who are your final four going into the playoffs?
I know I'll be there. That's the only thing we need to know.
Thank you.
Maddie Levine with Fight Bananas. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So you may have been the champ last year, but you said how you really want to make a statement for this season. So if all goes according to plan, what does that statement look like?
4 fights, 4 finishes.
I like it. You've been competing since you were 15,
Yeah.
which is incredible. Is there anything about your martial arts journey that you would have changed or done differently?
That's a very good question, because in life in general, I believe I am where I am because of what I've been going through. So with that being said, no.
And last one for me, Mike Tyson, very impressed by your liver kick finish last season. How does it feel to have somebody of that caliber give you praise?
Oh, that's amazing. That's like some of the highs in this, like having a fighter like that, knowing what it takes and knowing breaking down the feelings of my opponent. It was funny and at the same time an amazing moment.
Thank you.
Obviously, you've been a part of quite a few PFL seasons. I'm curious, this season specifically with the welterweight division, your guys' division was the only division to have all finishes within the top 4 fighters. Can you speak to just the level of the fighters in your division?
So I believe, I've said it a couple of times, and I believe that the welterweight division in PFL is the strongest division in PFL, in my opinion, and one of the strongest welterweight divisions in the world, because we don't have a middleweight division. So we have fighters that could possibly fight as middleweight as well. So you have a lot of great talent, and that's why you see, you can see the level.
Obviously, you do train in Vegas, and you also train in Sweden.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the importance of fighters to maybe delve into cross training at different gyms and getting different looks?
To be honest, like there's nothing that I'm trying to push for or something like that. It was just like something that was needed for me. I spoke with my coaches, and I was out in Vegas this 2021 season because in between the first two regular season fights, we weren't allowed to fly out from the United States because of COVID protocols. So I trained at Vegas, and I really enjoyed it, and it was good for me because I had a lot of different looks, just like you said, but also I could just focus on my fighting. I didn't have anything other than training to focus about. So for me, I'm not gonna say that fighters should leave their gyms or move to the gym or something. You have to find what's best for you, and I believe that me and my coaches, we found something that was great for me. I still have the same coaches, I still have the same team. When I'm fighting, my corners is still the same guys from Sweden, but we just had to adjust and do a little bit of different things to get different results.
And then final one for me, I saw on your Instagram you were able to meet Habib. I'm kind of curious, what was that moment like for you, and were there any cool conversations had with him?
It was amazing. It was amazing. We had dinner together, and he's a very nice guy. And the funny thing is, actually, after when we took some pictures afterwards, and like when we were gonna say goodbye, he looked at me. It's like, come, like. He wanted to feel because he, some wrestling. So, but he's a very nice guy. I think I would love to see him fight just because of selfish reasons. But I'm so happy for him that he's actually one of the guys that he left the sport on his terms. People have been throwing like opportunities at him, and he's like, "No, I'm good. I'm good." So I'm happy for him.
Thank you.
And then back to back on the far left.
How's it going?
We did.
So while getting ready for this fight, what adjustments did you have to make? What weaknesses did you see in your opponent that you think that you can take advantage of in this fight?
So my team, soon as we got the new opponent, started to watch tape and do some breakdowns. Things that I believe, without giving away too much, is I believe that both of us are primarily strikers, even though it's MMA. But both of us love to have the fight standing up, and I believe my size and my range and my speed is gonna give him some trouble, and also my movement, and most importantly, my fight IQ. I believe that I'm gonna be able to recognize spots and put him in spots, and from there try to get a nice finish.
So just this past weekend, Solomon Renfro signed to the PFL and is in your division.
Yeah.
Can you speak a little bit to how you see him fitting in and changing the division at all?
Yeah, they threw him in, and props to him for taking the fight. I believe on Saturday he got the call. He's usually a 155er, so stepping in on 6 days notice without a hesitation. He's fighting Jarrah, my former opponent. We spoke a little bit, so I wish him the best of luck. He just like my opponent needs like a early finish to maybe make it through, so I wish him the best. I'm focusing on myself, and for me to advance to the playoffs, I need to get my hand raised, and that's the only thing that I actually think about.
So what's your prediction for tomorrow night? How are you going to get your hand raised?
Tomorrow night, nothing. On Friday night, I think first or second round finish, but at the same time, I'm not gonna hunt for it. If it's there, it's there. It's gonna come in the flow of the offense or in the flow of the fight, right? I'm not gonna push for it because, like I said, I need to get my hand raised. This is a tournament. It's a season, so this is fight 2, and after this we have a couple of more. So need to be strategic.
You're focused, you're on a winning streak. Are you just having fun at this point?
Man, to be honest, it's easier and easier for me to actually enjoy what I do. You know, I came from a small town in Stockholm, and to be able to live in Las Vegas and train there full time, and like this being my profession, and flying all over the world and now all over the states to fight, it's something that I'm not taking it for granted. So I'm really enjoying it, and I'm trying to soak it all in. Actually, before my last fight in Vegas, just before we was walking in, because Vegas is always like home now. So the audience and the fans were screaming before me coming out. And my coach Selva was saying, it was like, take it all in. But I was too nervous to take it in. So I'm going to try to do better and take it all in for this time.
Considering Sweden being far from the United States, why do you still train in Sweden? Is it out of loyalty to the team, or what are your reasons?
So my camp has been in Vegas, but I have my coaches are still the coaches that I've trained with my whole career. So I still have the same team. It's just that I'm based in a different place.
Okay. Do you consider Mitchell a tough challenge?
Of course.
All right. Thank you.
All right, that's all we got time for. Thank you, Sadibou.
Appreciate that.
Thank
Good
you.
luck on Friday.